Nickname every single Pokemon, 1 encounter per location, permadeath, set mode. I can't leave the gym until I beat the gym. Level caps are also in effect. Duplicate clause is in effect. And finally, no X items. What happened to my wall? That is so much better. All right, let's do this. We start our journey as a young girl named Mississippi. Just like us, she's moving from the Johto region to the Hoenn region, and her parents believe that the best way to go about this is to stick her in the back of the van with all the furniture. Seems like a questionable decision, but whatever. We are told to meet with the professor next door, but he isn't there, and we meet his son Brandon instead. With Professor Tree V3 nowhere to be found, we venture out and find him being chased by a wild Zigzagoon. We get to choose our starter here and go with Mudkip. After saving the third tree professor, we are asked to nickname our Pokemon. Seeing as how Mudkip is often called the strongest starter of all time, we will be calling him the Highlander. We meet up with Brandon again, and he offers a battle to help teach me the basic. Wait a minute, this is a song from that meme. Sorry, I got distracted for a second. Brendan isn't aware of the fact that I've beaten 2 Nuzlocke challenges already, so this battle isn't as important as he thinks it might be. We head back to the lab afterwards, receive the Pokedex and 5 Pokeballs to indicate the true start of the run. For our first encounters, we run into Durmple the Wurmple and Poochie the Poochiana. We will skip the next encounter for now and make our way to Petalburg City to meet up with my dad. That's a Pokemon first, ladies and gents. We have a father that we know. The conversation gets interrupted by a kid named Wally, who really wants to catch a Pokemon and asks me to back him up. We head back to 102 and... See? That's the Pokemon I want to catch. You know what the encounter rate for this is? 4%. I need to do a whole bunch of manipulation for this just to give myself a better shot, and this dude finds it immediately? No matter. We will continue to Rustboro City, running into Zion the Wingull and Mushy the Shroomish. We even evolved Durmple into a Cascoon. Well, there's not much else to do right now but to take on the Rustboro gym led by Roxanne. She specializes in rock-type Pokemon. How unfortunate for her as she gets the first taste of what the Highlander is capable of. Also, he evolves into a Marshtomp. We get the Stone Badge and witness a robbery in progress. Following up, we find out the robber committed Pokenapping as well. Let's also introduce him to the Highlander, shall we? In thanks for saving the Wingull and the stolen goods, we are tasked by the president of the Devon Corporation, Mr. Stone, to deliver a letter to his son Stephen in Dewford Town, and then deliver the recovered goods to Captain Stern in Slateport City. He also gives us the Pokenav for our efforts. Oh, and Durmple evolves into a Dustox. That's a thing for us to be aware of. We head to Dewford via ship and find another fighting-type gym on an isolated island. Oh no. Luckily, this gym isn't as bad and we manage to sweep through without issues, earning the Knuckle Badge. We head north towards Granite Cave, catch Futabayama the Makuhita, find Steven, and give him the letter. We head out to find our captain again so we can finish the second half of the request and deliver the goods to Captain Stern. We find Team Aqua at the museum, just hanging out, mildly inconveniencing everyone, and Captain Stern at the above level. That's when we get ambushed by them. With their defeat, we finally meet their boss, Archie, who claims that both Pokemon and people rely on the sea and that it must be expanded. Okay, you're not wrong about us relying on it, but that doesn't mean we need it to expand. Continuing our quest, we run into Minun, who we name, battle our trumpet tootin' boy once more, and reach Mauville to... I'm not entirely sure what the correct verb here is. Decimate, I guess? First came Wally, whose Ralts is underleveled to deal with us at this point. Then came Watson, the electric-type gym leader. Watson, meet the Highlander. Yeah, this ground typing for him just makes him so busted. I don't think I can even consider this a fair challenge so far. Okay, so 3 badges, and nothing has gone horribly wrong yet. Let's pray that writing this in the script doesn't jinx me. We travel west to Verdant Turf Town for the Strength HM and continue to Fall Arbor Town, where we meet Team Magma for the first time. Team Aqua also makes an appearance, letting us know that Team Magma's goal is to expand the land. So it's a land versus sea domain expansion plotline. Have either of your teams heard of the concept of balance? Amid all this ridiculous plot, Futabayama evolves into a Hariyama. Unfortunately for us, there is more plot to uncover, as we make our way back to Route 112 to head up Mount Chimney to find Team Aqua and Team Magma battling it out in riveting fashion. We make our way to the leader of Team Magma, Maxie, whose dialogue is questionable, I guess. Long ago, living things used the land to live and grow.
They still do.
We defeat him in Mortal Kombat, and Archie comes to thank us for thwarting their plans while questioning which side we're on.
I'm not on either of your sides. This shit makes no sense.
We travel back down the mountainside to Lava Ridge Town, where we can take on the 4th gym led by Flannery, a fire type trainer. I have a friend here who wants to say hi. Well, it's not that simple, unfortunately. We do get paralyzed, and in the process of all this, Sean Paul is sacrificed to bring in a clean Hariyama defensive switch. Not exactly ideal, but it allows me to heal up and get the 4th badge. Our first death immediately after writing in the script that I don't jinx the clean sweep so far. I should have known better. We then head back to Route 111 and to the Mirage Tower, where we catch Kendrick the Trapinch. I promise this joke will make sense in the Elite Four. We then finally challenge my dad, Norman. He is a scary matchup thanks to his slacking. Luckily, his truant ability makes it so that he can only attack on every other turn. We poison him and use Protect on attacking turns. Durnpool cannot get the kill on his own, unfortunately, and must be sacrificed to allow us to stall him out and take the dub. To be fair, Durnpool was dead to me beyond this. He wasn't going to see much usage. We backtrack to Route 118 in hopes of catching a Zigzagoon to increase my chances of catching a Ralts on 102, but run into an Electrike instead. Well, with all that manipulation out the window, the only chance I have now is to hope I get lucky. Well, that's fine. I'm fine with having Gunnar on the team. We have a couple of additional things to do before we move on to the next gym. First, we find the abandoned ship on Route 108 and find the Ice Beam TM within. We are then asked by Watson to head to New Mauville to turn off a generator, for which he rewards us with the Thunderbolt TM. All of this done, we continue our journey to Fortree City. But first, a quick, mandatory pit stop at the Weather Institute that is being ransacked by Team Aqua. We make quick work of the idiots inside and earn Meatballs the cast form for saving the scientists. We then run into Brendan again for another trainer battle, but he stands no chance. We almost make it to Fortree City before I accidentally start a battle with a random kid who has a self-destructing coughing that kills my Gunnar. I'm not sure why I feel this way, but this game seems to be testing my patience quite a bit. Our luck doesn't change that much as we challenge Winona, the Fortree City flying type trainer. She proves to be a bit too much, and with the setup of 2 dragon dances, she wipes the team and ends the run. I know what the issues were with this run. I rushed the entire thing. I made the line against Winona way too complicated. I didn't switch my team up enough. I didn't use the box almost at all. And I only ever came up with one plan for every fight that I had. I had no backup plan. And that just ended up screwing me in the end. So, attempt number 2 is going well. Fuck, it ended up happening again. What the hell? Attempt number 3 is going a little better. We got back to Winona. Let's see if we can beat her now using what I learned about Gen 3 AI to get an advantage. Hello again. Professor Gaslight here with our next manipulation lesson. When the AI loses one of its Pokemon, it's gonna ask itself these 2 questions in this order. What's the most effective move I have available, and what's the least effective typing that I can throw out right now? For instance, in our initial fight against Winona, we started off with Marshtomp that knew Ice Beam to take out the Swablu. Well, the AI is going to throw out Tropius next because the Tropius knows Solar Beam, which is a grass move 4 times effective against our Marshtomp. However, it is a grass flying type Pokemon, which is 4 times weak to our Ice Beam. Hope this helps. Here are the adjustments to the game plan. We're actually going to teach the Ice Beam TM to Zion this time around, and we'll start the fight off with Sparky. We'll Leer on turn 1 to avoid any damage or potential status effects, and kill that Swablu on turn 2. This should bait out the Altaria, who knows Earthquake and should see that kill on Sparky. That's when we'll swap in Zion, who will avoid Earthquake damage and should kill that Altaria in 1 or 2 Ice Beam moves. We did also grind for the Game Corner Ice Beam TM just in case something happens to Zion, and we taught it to the Highlander. We should sweep from there. Highlander, Raphael, Sparky, Zion, Alpharad, and Big Bertha is the lineup on the second attempt. And honestly, this line ends up being a significant improvement from the first. So Altaria should now see the kill. So if we swap to Zion, who's flying and can't be hit by Earthquake. Yep, perfect. Okay. Oh my god! Okay, it's only got one off. Yes! Well done, Zion. We just sweep with Zion, right? As long as I don't get confused, then I might as well just sweep with Zion. Yep, use the Hyper Potion, it don't matter none. There you go. Yeah, that was so much better. What is wrong with me? After fixing that easily solvable mistake, we continue through routes 121 to 123, and the Safari Zone for new encounters. Welcome, Pinocchio and Melman. On Route 121, we run into Team Aqua again, and they loudly discuss their plan of going to Mount Pyre. Loose lips sink ships, dude, shut the fuck up! Following them, we confront Archie, who postures about grabbing the red orb he needs and commands his team to scatter. The old lady then warns us that Team Magma came before the boys in blue and stole the blue orb first, but also left their emblem behind. Both teams seem like they don't have their shit together. With the fire emblem, we gain entrance to the Magma hideout and begin raising hell all over the place. We find Maxie attempting to wake Groudon with the blue orb. Groudon runs away, and Maxie somehow blames us for picking up the wrong colored orb. You are a grown-ass man. How did no one teach you about colors? We battle, I kick his ass, and return to Slateport, where we find Team Aqua stealing a submarine from Captain Stern. We follow them to Lily Cove, and everyone there talks about their secret hideout. Not so secret when you guys keep blathering to strangers about it! We infiltrate the second hideout, only to fail in stopping Archie from leaving with the submarine. Not much we can do at this point, so we head to Moss Deep to challenge the next gym leaders, Tate and Liza, psychic type specialists. I found a cool video on this strategy I could try out, so we're gonna give it a shot and see how well it works. Lenny was caught on Route 118, and I never had a Petalburg encounter, and that's where Bubbles comes in. We have 3 Pokemon here that will make this strategy work: Lenny, Zion, and Bubbles. We'll come in with Zion pre-damage so that both the opening Xatu and Claydol see the kill with Psychic, which will both fail due to Zion's Protect. We crunch on turn 1 with Lenny and Protect with Zion. I did all that setup just to get the math wrong! No matter, we'll pivot. I'll go for the quick kill now instead of taunting the Xatu, and I'll sacrifice Zion. Now that we get that clean switch in, we can taunt the Xatu to prevent boosts and focus our attacks on the remaining Pokemon. The final goal of 2v1ing the Xatu is still the play here, and that allows us to defeat Tate and Liza. I'm happy that this time I was able to make the quick adjustment for the strategy. Oh hey, Maxie and Tabitha again, here challenging Steven and I to a tag team battle. With their defeat, they finally put it together that maybe their plan, not such a good idea. Let's go beat some sense into the other team now. We find Archie in the seafloor cavern, fight him to no avail because he just ends up trying to awaken Kyogre anyway, which just results in apocalyptic weather in the area. We head towards Sootopolis and these motherfuckers start beefing. Steven tells me to go find Wallace, who says the only way to calm shit down is to get Rayquaza to make these two go back to their bedrooms. We make our way to the Sky Pillar, awaken Rayquaza, and he just kind of flies off. We fly back to follow him, and... Alright, let's do this. I mean... okay. If I was a kid, this would have blown my goddamn fucking mind. But seeing as how I'm an adult, I'm only losing it. That shit was awesome. Totally makes the rest of the plot worth it. With the main plot of literal domain expansion now done, there's still one last gym leader to challenge. Juan is a water type trainer, but we will take a different approach in dealing with him. Melman learns Baton Pass, a move that allows me to switch Melman out for a Pokemon on my bench while keeping any stat boosts from moves like Calm Mind. Unfortunately for me, this doesn't work out the way I intended it. But we managed to set up Alpharat hilariously enough. Watch him go to work here. Slash. Oh, nicely done. Can I sweep? Oh my goodness. Can I sweep here? Oh my god. There's a chance I might sweep. Do I go for it or do I just... Fuck it, because he's probably going to set up a double team. Yeah. Yeah, okay, well... I'm not dealing with that shit. Nope. Just like that, Hoenn goes down and we can challenge the Elite Four. After we beat up Wally one last time. Alright, so here's the game plan this time around. I'm sorry, just give me a moment. What was that you were saying? I can sweep the Elite Four with just the goon? Okay, give me 1 sec. I gotta try this out. Substitute, Belly Drum, Return, and Shadow Ball to start us off. Substitute on turn 1, Belly Drum on turn 2, Return on turn 3. Oh my god, we sweep. Same deal for the second member, except this time we use Shadow Ball instead of Return. Third and fourth trainer is much of the same. After Drake, learn Sunny Day and Protect, swap out Shadow Ball and Substitute. Use Sunny Day on turn 1 to force a turn 2 Rain Dance from the Whale Lord, which allows for a Belly Drum. Use Protect to stall out Rain, Return, Protect again, Return again, Rain stops, Return a sweep. Huh. I guess it does take time to get the best results. Well, at the very least I can say I did it, but this felt kind of hollow. So we're going to try this again with the actual team. Here's the real game plan. Sydney's Dark type team is up first, and his opening Mighty Yenna is going to use Sand Attack for the first couple of turns. We are going to use Melman to Calm Mind first, and then Baton Pass over to Alpharad, who should sweep that team. Following this, we'll run into Phoebe and her Ghost type team that starts with Protect on turn 1, maybe even on turn 2. Should still give some time to Alpharad, who can Sword Stance and once again go for the sweep. Then we're going to run into Glacia, who she can provide some resistance to us with her Ice type team. I'm just going to start this fight off with Sparky, switch to Alpharad if I need some time to stall or heal up. The final member of the Elite Four is the Dragon type trainer, Drake. That joke about Flygon's nickname finally comes to fruition 3 pages of script later, as Dragon type moves are super effective against Dragon type Pokemon. Wallace is the champ and he's got a water themed team. Knowing what we know about the AI now, we're going to start the fight off with Sparky, who should chain kill his opening Whale Lord and the following Gyarados. This should bring out the Whiscash, which should allow us some time to set up and then sweep from there. Let's give the plan a shot. Sydney goes according to plan, and we manage to defeat him with no issues. Phoebe gets a Confuse Ray off, resulting in Alpharad taking himself out, which will come into play later, but we win our fight against her. Glacia does provide us with some resistance, but the Sparky solo strat is successful. Unlike in real life, Drake takes Kendrick out, but Kendrick still manages to do a lot of damage, taking out 4 of the 5 Pokemon. We reach Wallace, set up the chain kill as intended, take out the Whiscash, but then comes this dumbass Ludicolo who sets up one too many double teams, sweeping my team and making me lose the run. I know generally I would have to go back to the beginning at this point, but I'm far too along now, and I want to see if I can just beat the game with this team. I did have to break the level cap rule since I was saving in between battles out of habit, but I managed to do it, and I feel great knowing I could have done it, but what frustrates me is that I probably could have won my second attempt just by switching out Alpharad when he got confused instead of taking the chance and hoping the confusion wouldn't trigger. So, did I beat this Nuzlocke? I'd argue no, but I definitely had the tools to beat it. I initially felt frustrated with this game and I wasn't having a good time, but then I realized that my frustrations were not with the game, they were with the rushed and risky decisions I was making just to plow through it, rather than taking the time to properly assess what was going on, like you should do in a turn-based strategy game. Putting all that to the side for now, I would say that the lessons that I learned in Soul Silver were cranked up to 10 in this game. Setup moves like Sword Stance and Calm Mind felt so much more important just to be able to keep up with with your opponents. It felt like there were proper RPG classes associated with all your Pokemon. You had tanks like Swampert, or supports like Girafarig, and damage dealers like Manectric. This mattered so much more when it came to team building, because now you had to find a way to put together a unit of 6 that worked well together and created lines for each other, rather than just having 6 Pokemon that helped deal with individual threats. So where does Emerald rank for me? Out of the 3 games I've played so far, Fire Red's the only one I'd say I wouldn't want to go back to play, but I definitely want to go back to play Soul Silver and Emerald. However, Emerald has this element of depth that I feel like I haven't mastered all the mechanics that it has to offer. I feel like I've only scratched the surface, and there's just so much more for me to learn, and that makes me more excited to go back to that game to see what I can do. Just because of that, I'd say Emerald is number 1 on the list for now. 9 out of 10, too much water, especially in the late game. Fuck you, Kyogre. Like, comment, and subscribe, and thank you once again for watching the video. Be sure to follow me on Twitch as well. While you can see the slow deterioration of my mind through this and all future video series, you can see that happen in real time over on my Twitch.